Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambi Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam142. As you may remember, the Lord entered the hearts of all those who were churning. The enthusiasm in the hearts of the churners was the Lord, and the ignorance and apathy in the mind of Vasuki was again the Lord. He was the thousand-armed Lord on top of the mountain. He was the immense tortoise under the mountain. He was the nature of the Asuras, and he was the gentleness of the Devas. And he was the firmness in the Mandara mountain. He pervaded everything, and he was here, there, and everywhere. The churning went on, and the tempo increased. Pulled powerfully in both directions, Vasuki could not bear it. Out of his mouth came fire and poisonous smoke, and the Asuras were greatly afflicted by this, since they were at the head of the snake. They could not do anything about it. The Lord took pity on everyone, since the fumes were choking them all. In his infinite kindness, he commanded the rain clouds to collect and cool the air. The rains came, and a soft, cool breeze blew from the ocean. And still the churning went on. There was no sign of the Amrit appearing, and to cheer the toiling hosts, the Lord again took part in the churning. Dark as a rain cloud, he stood there with golden silk covering him. The fish-shaped earrings gleamed in his ears like streaks of lightning, now appearing, now vanishing, as he churned steadily with the Devas. His hair strayed onto his forehead, and with a toss of his head, he would push it back again and again. The garland on his chest tossed to and fro, and his eyes turned red with exhaustion. His arms, which were the refuge of the entire universe, were moving up and down as though he were intent on only churning and nothing else. So wonderful was he that it seemed as though there was another mountain on the shore of the sea, glowing with its own radiance. The waters of the sea, filled as they were now with the juices of the many medicinal herbs which had been thrown into it for churning, became white, like milk. And still there was no sign of the Amrit. It was to cheer the disappointed hosts that the Lord kept on churning. The churning went on. The fish in the ocean, the sharks, and even the whales were tossed up and down ruthlessly. And still the churning went on. 91. Kalakuta. Suddenly they saw that something was making its appearance on the surface of the ocean. Before they could look, they were all feeling choked and breathless. It was the dread poison Hala Hala. Narayana had already warned the Devas about it, but the poison was so fierce that it was beyond all imagination. It spread all over the place. The entire air was fouled because of its virulence, and no one could bear its potency. Dropping the snake which they were holding in their hands, the Devas and the Asuras fled from the spot as fast as they could, and still the fumes of the poison followed them. The Devas fell at the feet of Mahadev and prayed to him. "My Lord," they said, "you are the Lord of Lords, and you are the protector of the universe. We are frightened of this poison. Please protect us from it." Mahadev was overcome with compassion for his suppliants. He looked at his consort and said, "Look at the entire host of Devas and Asuras who are looking to me to save them from the dead Kalakuta, which is born of the ocean. It is my first duty to protect them who trust me. I will therefore swallow this poison and thus save the frightened suppliants." The Mother of the Universe smilingly gave her approval. Lord Mahadev then took the poison in the palm of his hand and swallowed it. The poison entered his throat and stayed there forever, staining the white neck of the Lord with blue. The stain seemed to enhance the beauty of Mahadev's neck. It looked like a dark jewel placed on his fair neck. Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.